I'm glad my wife's recording all this. I want to be I've never heard so many nice things said, so it's an emotional time for me, and I'm just glad y'all all got here. You know, hell, I've been to Clarksville all my life, but I've been to Clarksville, yeah, that's all my life. And I was a realtor here, and I was a builder here, and I was a drunk here, but you know, it's just like religious, you know, the 12 steps draws from religion, it draws from psychology, and really the 12 steps could be a religion. We have our own dogma and so forth that we go through and at every meeting, and it's just it's a way of life, and it's a family. And I traveled a lot before I settled back in here with Life Center. I started it in Key West, Florida, back in '89, and I traveled a lot. It meant a lot. I could pull in somewhere, I don't even remember the towns, but I could pull into a town and flag a cop down and ask him where they had 12 at meeting. And you know, if I go to the meeting, then they'd tell me the best motel, and they'd tell me the best restaurant. And, you know, they'd even take me to their home for dinner. So, you know, it was like my family's just everywhere. And I don't have that with my own blood kin, you know. Some of them I just do not know. But anyway, this is a community that chose me, and I chose them. And Life Center, it's just been a dream that's come true. You know, everybody has a bucket list, and I have a bucket list, you know, and of course Life Center was it. And I didn't mean to get this involved when I started it. I started it in Key West, and there was a lady there that was a court administrator, and back then I was real active in AA and sponsoring a lot of people, and she called me down there and said, would you look over this list of people in jail? She said, most of them don't need to be here. They got out and tinkled in the yard of somebody, or they stole a bottle of cheap wine from Winn-Dixie. And so she got me thinking, and at the time I was sort of a entrepreneur and a realtor down there in Key West. And I thought, well, I guess I could find a place and start a house. And I knew a whole lot of people because I didn't think I was qualified. I didn't have a degree in counseling or anything. You know, I thought I'll just find it and put it together, and then they can run it. Well, it didn't work that way. Volunteers are good, but you know, you ride a volunteer to death. And so, I mean, we did have a lot of volunteers in Key West. We had a lot of community support. And we had a big group there, the AIDS group, that we'd help them with taking Christmas presents around, nursery items to them, and they would help us by helping us with fundraisers. So it was a real joint effort. And I had a good friend. My parents were up in their 80s, and I decided I needed to come up and see them. I hadn't seen them in about 3 years, so I came up in 1995 to visit. Well, before that, Pat McCutcheon, who I don't know whether any of you know, but he used to be the district attorney here. And he and I were good friends, and he knew what I was doing in Key West, and he said, you know, a time or two on the phone when we just talked, he said, you really need to come up here and do what you're doing down there, because we're sending everybody to Boca, whatever it's called, over in Hopkinsville. And there's a good possibility they're going to quit accepting people out of state. So anyway, when I came up to visit my parents, I was going to stay 2 weeks, and I'm still here. That was in 1995, August. So in September of '96, we opened Life Center here in the same house. Been here ever since. Haven't lost a day. We've had a lot of people come through. I think, you know, not everybody's made it, but we sow seeds. And sometimes it takes a while to germinate. But, you know, I think we've had a positive impact on a lot of lives. And I don't think you can sit here and and BS us that you're getting something out of it for 90 days. You might get something out of it. You know, I know a lot of people will say they want to come just to get out of jail. Well, hell, I would too, you know. But they can BS David and all the rest of us, because everybody here's been where they've been. Everybody that's on a day-to-day operation is in recovery. So you can't BS a BSer, you know. So if they stay here, they're going to get something out of it, because they can't fool us enough to not get something out of it. But anyway, I'm so proud y'all came, and I'm sure glad you got all that down where play it over my casket. Thank you, John.
I guess someone has some very large scissors and some ribbon. Our other house, our first women's house, due to the nature of what we do there, we found it to be not quite appropriate to have ribbon cutting there. It's a quiet, safe, confidential location. So, you know, the house, some of you might have heard, it's called the Rose Kahn Women's Facility, and I just wanted to give you 2 minutes on what that is. Rose Kahn was born in 1898, and she went through abuse. She went through very difficult times, and she did things that to help her and her family when it wasn't socially acceptable and there was no facilities to do it. And I had the ability to meet her when I was born. She had a very strong part in raising me. She was my great-grandmother, and she taught me almost everything I know about love, tolerance, and compassion, and stubbornness and determination. That if we believe in something, it will happen as long as we have our hearts and minds in the right place. And that's Rose Kahn right there. I wanted to thank you all again for coming, and everybody who spoke, and as well as to Chief Gray, and I'm so bad with names today, guys. Jan, the kids, Jerry, Bill, and come on up this way, and somebody's got the ribbon. I want to do the ribbon cutting for this right here and now. And I'll do the scissor part of it. So y'all come up and we'll figure out. Everybody grab a piece of ribbon. Stretch all the way across. Take as much as you want. All right, everybody. Come on, Bill. You ain't getting out of this one. You want to hold these? I think that would be. There you go, Bill. Those are just kind of prop people. You'll need a real cutter and a fake cutter.
I'm the fake cutter. Bill, grab a hold of everything, Bill. It's a little off the top.
A little off the top. I just left there.
All right.
We're gonna get a couple of pose pictures first, and then we're gonna cut the ribbon one more time just to get some.
You got a little
For our
trigger
staff.
happy, didn't you?
Yeah. Got excited.
Just don't run with them, Bill.
Keep the body down.
Let's get a couple.
Ooh, look at
We need a couple pose pictures.
Yeah, we'll go a couple. Alright, and then cut on 3. That ribbon is $4.50 a roll. Alright, we'll cut on 3.
We'll
Cut when
cut.
I say cut.
1,
Right.
2, 3.
Cut.
Now it's okay. There you go.
There's food and coffee in the back, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Y'all can keep all this.
Thank you for stopping by and seeing this wonderful celebration. Thank you. Bye-bye.